press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, hello everyone, how are you all? Okay, I think all of you fine. Welcome to social science class. In the last period, we have discussed the reforms were made by Napoleon as the Emperor of France. There are a number of reforms were made by Napoleon as the Emperor of France. Just let us recap what were the reforms made by Napoleon. The first one reform is Napoleon Code, the civilian code of 1804, which was also called as Napoleon Code. In this civil code, Napoleon he brought to implement the patriarchal values. He had given more importance towards the patriarchal values. What is patriarchal family? The head of the family has to be male children. He did not give more importance towards the women. This is the Napoleon Code, civil code. In this Napoleon Code have been classified into four types. The first one is civil code, civil procedure code, code of civil procedure. First one is civil code, code of civil procedure, and next penal code, next code of criminal procedure, next one is commercial code. These five codes were implemented by Napoleon. This is the first reform. The second reform was done by Napoleon, did away with all privileges based on birth. He did away all privileges based on birth. Just you recall the 9th standard, you have studied, there was a estate system. There was a estate system. The first one is clergy, next one is, second is king, last one is common people. This system which was practiced in France, the clergies, they were having good status, respectable in the society. They were having good position. All the privilegation which belonged to the clergy and the king, they did not have any privilegation. Therefore, when Napoleon came to power, he did away all these privileges based on birth. All are equal. He told that he established equality before law. All are equal. Nobody richer, nobody poorer, nobody superior, nobody inferior. All are equal before law, and he secured the right of property. Right of property. Before that, there was a estate system. There was no right which could not be gained by common people. There was no right to gain property. All right. 60% of the land which was owned by clergy and kings. But in the Napoleon, he established equality. After the equality, he secured right to property. And next, this code was exported region and French control, Dutch Republic and in Switzerland. ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದವನು ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಈ ಕೋಡ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ Napoleon simplified the administration. Next, third point is Napoleon simplified the administration. Napoleon simplified the administration. How? Napoleon, he divided his kingdom, province and sub-province and arrondiments, next and communals. And he was the head of consulate. There are 3 consulates over there. Napoleon was the head of the consulate. Like this, he simplified the administration, and he discharged those who are participated in the corrupting way. ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಕಿತ್ತು ಒಗೆದ, ಅಂದರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ, ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಿದ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನಿಂದ. And next, simplified the administration. He abolished the feudal system. What is feudal system? A feudal system was a system of land ownership, an agreement between lord and the weak farmer. And next, the king, he used to distribute the land to nobles. Noble used to land distribute to the weak vassals. Vassal had to provide the service to the nobles. Noble had to military service to the lord. This is feudal system. In this feudal system, the weak vassals, farmers or peasants were exploited by the higher class of society. Napoleon, when he came to power, he abolished the feudal system. This is one of the social evil system, very social evil system, which was being practiced in the Middle India. He abolished this system. And next one is freed peasants from serfdom and minorities. What is serfdom? Did you understand? In the last class we have discussed the state of, let us once again recap what we are going to recap. What is serfdom? The state of being or serf feudal labor ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ನು ಲೇಬರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಅವನ್ನ ಸರ್ಫ್ಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಇ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಹೈಯರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ದ ಹೈಯರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ನೋಬಲ್ಸ್, he was displaying their role unnecessary when he was making the payment. And next, manorial dues. What is manorial dues? Are the fees which the landlords paid to their peasants. Exchanging of giving land, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋ ಬದಲು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ, ಮ್ಯಾನುವಲ್ ಡ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಆ ಫೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಹೊರತಂದ ನೆಪೋಲಿಯನ್ ಫ್ರೀಡ್ ಫಿಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸರ್ಫ್ಡಮ್. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುವಲ್ ಡ್ಯೂಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, guild restrictions were removed. There was a guild restrictions. There are restrictions were there in towns. It was removed by Napoleon. Next, transport and communication were improved. The transport and communication very important to the development of any country. What is transport? Goods and passenger, goods, service and passenger carry from one place to another place through the transport. These are very important. Napoleon improved the transport and communication system. And next to peasants, artisans, workers and new businessmen enjoyed a new found of freedom. Why? Because he had made liberal rules and regulations. To the peasants. Why was peasants very happy? Why were peasants very happy? Because he took peasants from serfdom and minorities. Next, artisans, new businessmen. Why? Because guild restrictions were removed. And next, enjoyed a new found of freedom. Businessmen and small scale producers of goods, and particularly began to realize the uniform laws. Next one is, he implemented uniform laws all over the country. One and only one Kanun, it was implemented by Napoleon. And next one is standardized weight and measures. The weight and measures are very important. He standardized the weight and measures. And next, he implemented common national currency. He implemented one and only one currency all over the France, that is called Franco. It was implemented by Napoleon. And next, would facilitate the movement of exchange of goods from one place to another, capital from one region to another. The goods, how do we exchange goods from one region to another? By using of money. In Karnataka there is a separate money. In Tamil Nadu there is a separate money. If there is a separate money, if here Karnataka is rupee and next Tamil Nadu is a dollar, for example, it is critical to changes. Therefore, Napoleon, He facilitated uniform standardized system and uniform currency system he implemented. Franco and only one currency he implemented. And next, however, in the areas, these are all the reforms were made by Napoleon. What were the reforms? Civil code was implemented, simplified the administrative system, transport and communication system were improved, abolished the feudal system, and freed peasants from serfdom and manual dues. And next, guild restrictions were removed. Peasants, artisans, workers, and new businessmen enjoyed new found of freedom. And next, he implemented a single currency. He established equality of law of equality. And next, he established single uniform laws. And next, he did away all the privileges by birth. And next, however, the areas conquered. What were the areas conquered by Napoleon? Italy, he conquered Italy, Egypt, Austria, Italy. These are all the countries conquered by Napoleon. So the which means captured by Napoleon. There, the reaction of the local population to French rule were mixed. Whatever the country which were attacked by Napoleon, which were captured by Napoleon, which means Italy, next Egypt, next those countries, the French rule were mixed in this area. He has mixed the French rule in this area. French administration system was put on Italy, Egypt. French rules and regulations mixed in the Italy and Egypt. French rule were mixed initially in many places such as Holland and Switzerland. Holland, Switzerland, as well as certain cities like Brussels, Mainz, Milan, and Warsaw. These are all places. French rule were mixed. Why? Because these places, Italy, Egypt, Switzerland, Brussels, Mainz, Milan, Warsaw. These are all places which were conquered by Napoleons. French rule were mixed here. And next, the French armies were welcomed harbingers of liberty. Whenever the country which attack another country, if they attack another country, the country which oppose their attack, ಒಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಆಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ that was not happened. If the Napoleon he attacked Austria, the Austrian people, they were welcoming the Napoleon. He was the harbinger of liberty. Why? He established these measures. One question they may ask in our examination. What is that question? The Napoleon was called as harbinger of liberty, Swatantrada Adhikara, harbinger of liberty. Why? Because he made many reforms in order to the favor of people. Many reforms we have studied in the last session, and also we have recapped in this session. Who was called as harbinger of liberty? Napoleon was called as harbinger of liberty. Why? Because of all these reforms, all his reforms. And next, French were welcomed as harbinger of liberty, but initial enthusiasm soon turned to hostility. One question: why was initially enthusiasm of Napoleon soon turned into hostility? One question: why was initial enthusiasm soon turned into hostility? Enthusiasm, which means utsaha ittu. In the initial days about Napoleon, very enthusiasm. Next, turned to hostility, which means the people after the last, by the end of his administration, all the countries and also France, they were opposing the Napoleon administration. Why? Why did they oppose the Napoleon administration? Why did they angry against the Napoleon administration? The point number one, as it became clear, the new administration arrangements, the new administration, the new administration arrangements, the new administration arrangements, the new administrative arrangements did not go hand. Did not go hand. Did not go hand with political freedom. With the whatever the new administration which was brought to implement by Napoleon, this new administrative system he implemented. He was the chancellor of. There were 3 councillors which were appointed by Napoleon. He was the first consulate. And another 2 consulate were there. In this administrative system, a new administrative arrangements did not go hand, people hand, ಜನರ ಕೈಗೆ ಹೋಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. People, all the administration system centralized with the Napoleon. Whatever the good reforms were made by Napoleon, and also he has some faulty methods. Some of the faulty methods. The first one is the new administrative arrangements did not go hand with the people, and he did not give political freedom to the people. Political freedom. He was the chancellor, and whatever the decision had to be taken by only for Napoleon. There is no value of people. The new administrative arrangements did not go hand of the people, and also people, they had not political freedom. There was no political freedom to the people. This is one of the reason that why was initially enthusiasm turned to hostility, which means because of this reason the new administrative arrangements did not go hand of the people and political freedom. And next one reason is increased taxation. Increased taxation. Whatever the country, if country may be developed based on the collection of tax, in order to the development of country, he had to develop of his country, he imposed various taxes to the people. He increased the tax system. And next to, he increased the tax system. This tax system forced to impose on the people. This tax increased of taxation. The people, they opposed this tax system. The tax which was burden on the people. That's why the people opposed this increased taxation which was made by Napoleon. And next one is censorship. Censorship, which means you may have observed in the film theatre, censor mandali ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿರಬಹುದು. Censor, which means Napoleon did not give right to speak, right to express their feedback, right to express their feelings. He did not give. According to article number 19, we can express our feelings. We can question against the government. But Napoleon, he did not give freedom people to express their feelings against the government, express about the government. All the restrictions were imposed on the people, censorship, and also he imposed some of the restrictions on the women. Women could not learn dancing, and next singing, and next those are things women could not learn. And next he always opposed the political science and ethics subject. He loved the history and next physics and maths. Whatever he was opposing, those things, those subjects also were opposed by Napoleons. ಇವನು ಏನು ಅಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ಅವನ್ನ ಯಾವನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ದ ಸೆನ್ಸಾರ್ಶಿಪ್, right, he did not give right to express, did not give freedom. These are all the restrictions imposed on the people. This censorship one of the reason to hostility on the Napoleon. And next one is forced conscription. Forced conscription. Forced conscription into the French armies. Forced conscription into the French armies. Whatever he had conquered the many lands, Italy and next Egypt, next Egypt, their soldiers, he brought their soldiers and forced to conscription into the French army. ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಂದು ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಆರ್ಮಿಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. They did not love the France. They did not love the France, and also they did not want the development of France, because the soldier of French army, which was followed by another country armies. This situation required to conquer the rest of the Europe. Why did they bring all these soldiers? Rest of the Europe, he had the desire, I have to win whole of the world. This one of the the biggest desire. It was the main reason for ended of Napoleon in 1805. And next one is required to conquer of the rest of the Europe. He was bringing many soldiers who belonged to another country and mixed into the France army. These armies, these soldiers, they opposed the Napoleon, forced to conscription. All seemed to outweigh the advantages of administrative systems. Whatever the administrative systems were changed by Napoleons, these things, which were the things, the new administrative arrangements did not go hand with political freedom, increased taxation, censorship, and forced conscription to require to conquer the rest of the Europe. These administrative changes outweigh of the advantages, which means whatever the administrative system which was brought to implement by Napoleon, these are not useless. ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ತಂದಿದ್ರಿಂದ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ ನೆಪೋಲಿಯನ್, ಅವನು ತಂದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನದು, those all advantages got wasted. Okay, therefore the people they supported Napoleon. He was called as harbinger of liberty. He was called as harbinger of liberty, freedom and fraternity. In the initial, the people, they supported Napoleon, they welcomed Napoleon, but soon, initially enthusiasm soon turned into hostility. Why? because when he was going forward, he changed his administrative system. ಅತಿ ಆಸೆ ಮಿತಿ ಮೀರಿದರದೇನೋ ಅಕ್ಕತ್ತಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಇವನ ಕತೆ. ಏನಂದರೆ, ಇನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಡೇಸ್ he was a good reformer, but when he was going forward, he was completely changing. The first one is reason. This topic, which topic? One is the reforms of Napoleon, and next, what were the reforms were brought to implemented by Napoleon as emperor? We have discussed already. Next, what were the bad reforms? What were the bad reforms to create hostility to the people of France? ಜನರು ಇವನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ದ್ವೇಷ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡಿದರು? ಆ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್? ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟಿವ್ arrangement did not go hand with political freedom. And next, second one point is increased taxation. He increased the taxation. And next, censorship. In this corona time, the government may increase the tax. The people definitely will protest against the government. Next one is forced conscription into the French army. This is one of the main reason. The people, they opposed in the end of the time. On Napoleon, this topic is closed. One is this topic in yesterday, today, and also I have recapped yesterday what we have discussed, reforms of Napoleon. And next one is, why was initially the people support to Napoleon's turned to hostility? Because all these reforms were made by Napoleon. All these faulty methods were made by Napoleon. Next, we are going to discuss, tomorrow we shall discuss the making of nationalism in Europe. This French nationalism which spread from French Revolution, and next the emperor, next the revolutionaries, and next the Napoleon. How did they develop nationalism abroad and across the Europe? Next one is the nationalism, making of nationalism in other European countries. Here figure 5, the courier of Rhineland loses all that he has on his way home from Leipzig. Napoleon, Leipzig, which means this is the last second war of Napoleon. He had to face the Austria, Hungary, Prussia. He had to face in the Leipzig war. After he was defeated by those group, he turned his country. He returned back to his country. He was here, is the represented as a postman on his way back to France after he lost the battle of Leipzig in 1813. He was represented as a postman. ಅವನನ್ನ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ? ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಮ್ಯಾನಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ 1813? ಯಾಕೆ? ಈಚ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಡ್ರಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್, ಎವ್ರಿ ಲೆಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ರಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಆಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಬಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ territories he lost. Whatever the territories was lost by Napoleon, a letter, through this letter they dropped out. ಅವು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತದವೆ. This picture, this figure which shows Napoleon, he was losing his territories, his over desire to make, he was losing his territories. And next, what we have discussed, one is the reforms of Napoleon, and what were the bad reforms were made by Napoleon. Next, before that class, what were the main measures implemented by revolutionaries? Before that, we have discussed 4 things of figure first. Okay, these are all discussed. You have to write and you have to ask question yourself, or write the correct answer. Thank you.